Garden, catching arm in arm with Faust, Marthe with Mephistopheles, they strode up and down. I can tell you, you're just being nice to me, sir, because I'm not in your class. When you're on a journey, you make the best of things, good naturally. I'm sure there's not much a poor girl like me can say to a man that's seen all you have.
A look from you, a word from you, is more to me than all the wisdom in the world.
He kisses her hand. Don't put yourself out. How can you kiss it? It's so horrid, so rough. After all the work I have to do, and mother's so particular. They pass. And you, sir, travel a lot, don't you?
In my business, I have to. It's not easy. It hurts to leave places you like, and you just have to push on. It's all very well to travel up and down the world when you're young and equal to it, but you can't keep it up forever, and when the end comes in sight, who wants to be a bachelor? I shiver as the thought of what's ahead. Then, sir, don't wait too long. They pass.
Yes, out of sight, out of mind. You know how to flatter a girl, but you must have lots of friends, much cleverer than me.
What you call clever, my dear, is mostly vanity, all on the surface.
How do you mean?
Oh, to think that the innocent never appreciate themselves as their true worth. Modesty, lowliness, the best of nature's gifts.
You may spare a moment to think of me. I shall have plenty of time to think of you.
Are you often alone?
Yes, there's not much housekeeping, but it has to be done. We have no help. I have to cook and sweep and kit and sew and run errands early and late, and mother is so close about everything. Now that she hasn't enough, we could spare ourselves better than many. Father left a nice little bit of money and a cottage and garden outside, but I'm living quietly these days. My brother's a soldier, my little sister's dead. I had a lot of trouble with her, but I loved her so do it all again and gladly.
A lovely child, if she was like you.
I looked after her and she was fond of me. She was born after father died. We gave mother up for lost. She was so low and she only got better very, very slowly, so she couldn't think of nursing the little one. I brought her up myself on milk and water. She was my baby. It was in my arms, on my lap. She kicked and smiled and grew.
It must have made you very happy.
Yes, but it was often hard on me too. Her candle stood by my bed at night. I was wide awake if she so much as I tried. I either had to feed her or take her in bed with me, and if she wouldn't be quiet, dance up and down the room with her and be at the washtub early next morning. Then do the shopping and the cooking, and so on one day after another. You don't always feel light-hearted, but you like your food and your sleep. They pass. It's hard on us poor women. Bachelors are so hard to get. If women were all like you, it might be easy. But honest, sir, are you still free? Haven't you lost your heart to anyone? The proverb says, a place of your own and a good wife are beyond gold price. I mean, have you never been tempted? People have always been polite to me. Very polite. What I mean is, did you never feel drawn? You can't ever take a woman lightly. Oh, you don't understand. Sorry, you're very kind. I do understand that. They pass. So you knew me again? The moment I came into the garden. Didn't you see? I dropped my eyes. And you forgive me for being so free, so bold? When you came out of church, I was taken aback. No one had ever done that to me. No one could say anything bad about me. I wondered, did I do something vulgar, something not nice? It seemed to come all over him if he could do business right away. But I confess, something drew me to you. Whatever it was, I was cross with myself for not being crosser with you. But I couldn't help it. Oh, you dear thing. Don't. She plucks a daisy and pulls at the petals one by one. What's this? A posy? No, it's just play. How do you mean play? Don't look, you laugh at me. Pulls the petals and mutters to herself. What are you saying? Inaudibly. He loves me not. You angel. Continuing. Loves me not, loves me not. Plucks the last petal jubilantly. He loves me. Yes, dear. Let the flower's word be final. He loves you. Do you know what it means? He loves you. He takes her hands. I'm trembling. Don't be afraid. Let my face, let my hands tell you what words can't say. This surrender, this delight must be forever, or I despair. No, it must be forever. Gretchen presses his hands, frees herself, and runs away. He pauses a moment in thought, then follows her. Coming up. It's getting dark. Yes, and we have to be going. I'd ask you to stay longer, but people here aren't nice. You'd think they had nothing to do but watch their neighbors' every move. They gossip about you, whatever you do. And what about the other two? They ran up the path there. He seems to like her, and she him. That's the way of the world. A summer house. Gretchen runs in, hides behind the door, pulls her finger to her lips and peeps through the crack. He's coming. Entering.
Oh, you tease. Have I got you now?
Kisses her, returning the kiss. Oh, I love you. Mephistopheles knocks, stabbing his foot.
Who's there?
A friend.
A beast!
It's time we were off.
Yes, sir, it's late. May I accompany you?
Mother would. Goodbye.
Must we part? Goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you again soon. Faust and Mephistopheles leave. What souls a man like that must have! It puts me to shame. I say yes to everything. I'm a poor, ignorant girl. I don't know what he sees in me. Forest, Caven, alone.
You sublime spirit, you gave me all I asked for. Give me everything. It was not for nothing that you showed your face to me blazing with fire. You gave me natural for my kingdom, natural in its splendor, and gave me the power to feel and enjoy it. Not just coldly at a distance, but like a friend who takes me to his heart. You pass the whole range of living things before my eyes, and teach me to know my brothers, my kindred, in the quiet woods, in the air and in the water. And when the storm wind ranges and crashes through the forest, bringing down the giant pine that in its fall ruins the neighboring tree and makes the high side boom back. With hollow noise then you guide me to the sheltering cave, you reveal me to myself, and the mysteries that reside in me unfold. And when as now I see the pure and gentle moon go up the sky, the silvery forms and figures of the early world come hovering out of the rock steps and the dipping bushes, and temper the austere joy of contemplation. Oh, but now I realize that nothing perfect ever comes. Alone with this rapture bring me closer and closer to the gods. I am giving a companion who with his cold and whispering words humiliates me continually and turns your gifts to nothingness with a whisper. Yet I cannot do without him. He fans in me a burning passion for that fair woman's form, making me go blindly from desire to the fulfillment of desire, and in the fulfillment making me yearn again for the desire.
Enter Mephistopheles.
Haven't you had enough of it yet? Carrying on this way? There can't be much fun in it in this long run. It's all right to try a thing once, but then you want a change. I wish you had something more to do than torment me when I'm feeling better. Well, I'll let you alone. Only you mustn't say these things to me. I don't get much out of having you for a companion. You're so harsh, so crazy. I have my hands full from morning to night. impossible to guess what you want and what you don't want. That's the right note to strike. You'd like me to thank you for boring me. How would you poor mortal, ever have managed your life without me? Haven't I cured you finally of your fantastic muddled way of thinking? If it wasn't for me, you'd have stuffed off this mortal coil already. Why do you want to go hiding in cracks and crevices like a screech owl, feeding like a toad on these wet rocks and crumbs of moss? A nice way to spend your time. You haven't got the professor out of your system yet. Have you any idea what renewed energy I get from this sojourn in this world? If you have, you're devil enough to begrudge me my good fortune. A queer sort of pleasure, almost unearthly, lying about among the hills in the dark and in the wet, rapturously embracing earth and heavy, puffing yourself up until you think you're a god, permitting the marrow of the earth with your vague anticipations, experiencing the 6 days of creation in your own heart, extracting I don't know what satisfaction from feeling so high and mighty, merging almostly into the universe and forgetting your morality altogether, and then, with a gesture, interment you deep inside. I won't say how. Shame on you. This doesn't suit you, it seems. But what right have you to throw your superior shame on you at me? Chaste ears can bear to hear what chaste hearts can't do without. In short, I don't mind if you delude yourself a little now and then, but you won't be able to keep it up. You're worn out again already, and before long you'll be dead with fright or go clean off your head. Enough. Your sweetheart's sitting at home, all shut in and sad. She can't get you out of her mind. She's desperately in love with you. Your passion swept her off her feet like a river that overflows its banks when the snow melts. You won her heart, and now the floor has receded. It seems to me that instead of presiding in the forest as if you were somebody, you ought to reward the silly young thing for her affection. Time is dragging terribly for her. She stands at the window and watches the clouds passing over the old town wall. Oh, for the wings of a dove. That's the song she sings all day long and half the night. Sometimes she's up, mostly she's down. She cries her heart out, and then she's quiet, and she's lovesick all the time. You serpent! Aside, I'll get you there. Monster, away with you! Don't speak of her to me. Don't revive in me the desire for her sweet and lovely body. I'm half insane with it already. What else are we to do? She thinks you've run away. And you nearly have. I'm close to her, no matter how far from her I go. I can never forget her. I even envy the scared host when her lips touch it. Right you are, my friend. I've often envied you the twins that feed among the lilies. Get out of my sight, you panda! Wonderful! This abuse from you makes me smile. The God who created boys and girls at once saw the virtue of opportunity making. off with you is a disgrace. It isn't death that awaits you, it's your girl's bedroom. Suppose I do delight in her embrace and warm myself in her bosom. Do I not feel her plaid just the same? Do I not remain the homeless fugitive, an inhuman creature lacking any peace or purpose, rolling down from rock to rock like a cataract in my greed and fury? There she was, in her childlike half-awakened state, living in her sequestered little Alpine cottage, knowing nothing of life beyond the little round, and I, the accursed of God, was not satisfied with shattering the rocks to ruins. I have to destroy her peace of mind. This is sacrifice that hell demanded. Help me, you devil, to spread these anxious days. Let what must happen happen now. Let a fate come down on me and let us both perish together. There you are again, all force and fire. You fathered, go in and comfort her, where you thought can't see the way out. You think the end has come. Long live the bold of heart! Aren't you? But delivered enough already. I can't think of anything more ridiculous than a devil in despair. Cretchin's room, alone as a spinning well. My heart is heavy, my peace is gone. I shall never find my peace again. When he's not there, it's like the grave. The whole world, all of it, is soured. My poor head is quite unhinged. My thoughts are broken pieces. My heart is heavy. My peace is gone. I shall never find my peace again. If I go to the window, I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. When I leave the house, his tall figure, his walk, his smile, his piercing gaze, his magic words, the feel of his hands, and oh, when he kisses me, my heart is heavy, my peace is gone. I shall never find my peace again. My body, yes, my body wants him, oh, just to take him and just to hold him and kiss him the way I'd like, though I die of the kissing. Martha's Garden, Gretchen, Faust. Tell me truly, if I can. Tell me, what about your religion? You're a good, kind man, but I don't believe religion matters to you. Let it go, you know I like you. I'd die for those I love. I let people feel and worship as they choose. That's not enough. You have to believe. Do you have to? Oh, how I wish you cared about what I think. You don't respect the sacraments. I do respect them. But you don't want them. You haven't gone to Mass. You haven't confessed for a long time. Don't you believe in God? Sweetheart, who can say I believe in him? Ask the priests and the philosophers, and the answer they give sounds like mockery. So you don't believe in him? Don't misunderstand me, darling. Who can name him and say I believe in him? Who with honesty can make bold to say I don't believe in him? He who sustains and embraces all things. Does he not sustain and embrace you and me and himself? Isn't the earth firm beneath our feet? Doesn't the sky arch above us? Don't the friendly stars rise aloft? Don't you and I behold one another face to face? Isn't there something filling your heart and mind, something internally mysterious working visibly, invisibly in the world about you? Fill your heart with it as full as it will hold, and when you're filled with it, serenely filled with it, call it what you like, happiness, heart, love, God. I have no words for it. Feeling is everything. Words are just sound and smoke, bedimming the light of heaven. This sounds all right. It's almost what a parson says, but not quite the same way. It's what all men say under the sun, each in his own language. Why shouldn't I say it in mine? When you hear it said, it may seem good enough, but it isn't right, because you aren't a Christian. Oh, my dear child, it's been distressing me for a long time to see you with that man. What do you mean? That man that's always with you, he revolts me. Nothing ever gave me such a start as the sight of his horrible face. Little girl, don't worry about him. My blood moans when I'm where he is. Mostly I like people, but while I long to see you, I have a secret horror of him. And I don't trust him either. God forgive me if I'm unfair to him. There are people like him, so what? I wouldn't care to live with any of them. When he puts his head round the door, he always has a sneering, half-infuriated look. You can see he has no feeling for anything. It's all written over his face that he couldn't possibly love anyone. I'm so happy with you, so easy, so relaxed, so snug. But when he comes, it grieves me. You with your fears, you little angel. It overcomes me so when he joins us, I almost stop loving you. I couldn't say a prayer with him then. I nearly died. Aren't you the same? It's just your prejudice. I have to go now. Shall I never have a quiet hour with you? The two of us, heart to heart. Oh, if only I slept by myself, I'd draw the bolt for you tonight. But mother's a light sleeper, and if he caught us, it'd be the death of me. Don't worry about that, dear. Here's a bottle. Put 3 drops in what she drinks, and she'll sleep deep and happy. What wouldn't I do for your sake? I hope it isn't dangerous. Would I give you it if it was? When I look you in the face, I have to agree somehow. I've done so much for you already. There's hardly anything left for me to do. Off. Enter Mephistopheles. Has she gone, the little minx? Spying again, weren't you? I heard everything, Professor. She put you through your catechism. I hope it does you good. The girls always want to find out whether a man keeps the old faith or not. They say to themselves, if he does what he's told there, he'll do what we tell him. You dreadful creature, you don't comprehend how this dear soul, so full of her face, is tormented by the thought that a lover is damned. What a queer lover you are, down to earth and up in the sky. This slip of a girl is leading you by the nose. You abortion of filth and hellfire! And she has physiognomy done cold. When she sees me, it comes all over her. This face of mine has a deep meaning. She knows that. She's sure I'm a man of genius. She wonders whether I'm the devil himself. And now, tonight, what business is it of yours? I get my fun out of it too. At the well, Gretchen and Lieschen with jokes. Have you heard about Barbara? Not a word. I'm not going out much. There's no doubt about it. Sibyl told me today. She's handed herself now. This is what comes of putting on airs. How do you mean? You can smell it a mile off. At meal times now she's feeding too. Oh, it serves her right. She's been running after that fellow for so long, taking her out to the village and dancing with her. She had to be first wherever she went, making up to her with cakes and wine. So conceited she was about her beauty, she had the cheek to accept presents from him, fondling and licking one another. And now she's got it. Poor girl. You don't mean to say you're sorry for her? When you and me had to work at the spinning wheel and mother wouldn't let us out at night. There she was, standing outside with her boy in the dark passage or sitting on the bench. She didn't mind how long. Now she has to take her medicine, to pronounce at church in the smoke. Surely he'll marry her. A fool he'd be. A small lad like him, he can have fun with others. Besides, he's gone away. That was bad of him. Even if she gets him, she won't like it. The boys will spoil her wedge of flowers for her, and will scatter chaff in the doorway. Off, going home. I used to read so myself like the best of them when a poor girl went wrong. Couldn't find words enough for other people's things. Black as they were, I made them blacker. I never made them black enough to suit me. Prided myself and parodied it, and now it's me that's the sinner. Yet everything that drew me to it was sweet and dear. God only knows. By the town wall. Set in the wall is an image of the Mater Dolorosa. Flower pots in front of it. Putting fresh flowers in the pots. You who have suffered so, mistress of suffering, turn your face to me in my trouble and be kind. With the sword in your heart and pains beyond number, you gaze at your son dying. You look as a father, and your sighs go up for his order and yours. But who is it to feel with me the bands that through me and the dread in my heart? Only you. Now its trembling, its desire, only you. Wherever I go, this anguish goes with me. No sooner am I alone than I weep and weep. My heart is breaking. This morning I plucked these flowers for you in the pots at my window. I watered them with my tears. The sun came early into my room to find me already upright in my bed in utter misery. Help me! Save me from shame, save me from death. You who have suffered so mistress of suffering, turn your face to me in my trouble and